Trying to generate more leads for your business? Well, in this video, I'm going to take you through the 7 tips that I've got for making lead magnets much more effective. G'day, Ben Futrell here, co-founder of Max My Profit. We're all about helping you build the business you imagined. Now, if you imagined having a business where you had a flurry of leads coming in because your lead magnets were amazing, but that's not happening, well, then this video will definitely help you. Lead magnets is one of the best ways right now to generate good quality leads in just about any business. And if you're not sure what lead magnet is, then you probably wouldn't be watching this video, but it is something of great value that someone can download on the internet, and it's typically free or very low cost. That makes it easy for people to opt in with a very low commitment level. One of the things that I've done is I've been able to generate hundreds and hundreds of thousands of leads over the years from lead magnets, and I've got a few tricks up my sleeve that I'm going to share with you today. In fact, I've got 7 tips that I know will improve the quality and the results you get from your lead magnets. So the first tip that I've got for you is to have a dedicated landing page for your lead magnets. If you really want a lead magnet to be effective, have a dedicated landing page, and that landing page has to be distraction free. So try and not to have anything else on there where people can click off of it. So for example, I see a lot of people put a lead magnet on their website, and on that website on the top will be a navigation bar to the rest of their website. And what happens is that can distract people from what it is you're trying to get them to do, which is to opt in for that one very thing. So I'm a great believer that having a dedicated landing page is the best way. I think a terminology they used to call them was squeeze pages, where they would jump on that page, and the only way to do anything on the page was to actually opt in or close the page. And so a landing page that is dedicated just to that one lead magnet is a great way to get more people opting in. All right, tip number 2 is to have a really clear call to action. Now, this seems like a no-brainer, but why it is I see so many landing pages or lead magnets with terrible calls to action, I don't know, because it seems to make sense that if you want someone to take action, make it really clear and simple. And so when it comes to this, make sure that your buttons are really clear. I see people make the mistake of a button that says submit on it. Nobody wants to submit. They want to download it, or they want, yes, I want my free guide, or whatever it might be. Make sure that the button is also a nice friendly color. Don't use the color red, because red means you got it, means stop. Green means go. They've done a lot of study on colors to make sure that it is effective. So when it comes to your call to action though, make it really simple so it's easy, and don't ask people to put too much information in when they're opting in. I found the sweet spot to be first name, email address, and phone number. And I know that actually reduces my opt-in rate, asking for the phone number, but it increases my sales acquisition rate. And the reason for that is because now I have your phone number, I can talk to you. And this is because with email in this day and age is that if you've got like a 30% delivery rate, that means that you need 10 downloads just to get to 3 people. As where if you can get 4 downloads with a phone number, you'll get to those 4 people because you've got a contact number in most cases. So really make it simple, make your call to action really clear. And on your button, make sure the button has a very nice, friendly, and exciting description as to what the next steps are. All right, tip number 3 is to add some social proof. Now, if your lead magnet has helped other people do amazing things, or if thousands of people have downloaded it, then make sure you let people know. With your lead magnet, if it's something that whether you've charged for it or you've given it away for free, ask for reviews. Go back out to the people that have downloaded it or opt into it or bought it, and ask them to give you a review of how they found it and how it helped them solve their problem. And this is going to give you social proof. The other thing you can do is you can also have little pop-ups on the screen to say that it's just been downloaded by Joe Blogs of XYZ. And so you can have that as a social proof. That also works very well. But just what you need to do is make sure that as people are reading your landing page and thinking about opting in for this lead magnet, is that they can see other people have gone before them and that they got great value. There's a percentage of the population that are not early adopters, and they'll need the comfort of knowing that other people have downloaded this before or bought this item before, and that it hasn't been a disaster. Right, so really important to find some social proof and get that on your website or on your landing page to make sure your lead magnet is downloaded more. All right, tip number 4 is to really understand your audience. So when you're putting your landing page together, it can be a mistake that I see a lot of people make, is that they'll write about what they're excited about rather than the problem that their lead magnet will solve. So when they get on that landing page, it'll be all about we've been in business, we've done this, they we all over themselves. Is where what you want to be doing is you want to be talking to the reader from what I call a point of view. And what that means is that you want to be talking to them about the benefits they will will receive as they use your tool or buy your product or whatever it is they're going to download, the checklist or whatever it is that you've got, that is going to solve their problem. So really understand your audience, understand why it is that they've ended up on that page, what they might have searched to get there, or what ad did they respond to. Make sure you really understand it and that the messaging on that page talks directly to them and helps them understand that your lead magnet is going to solve their problem. Okay, so really, really important that you understand your audience. All right, tip number 5. In school, they called it cheating. In business, we call it market research. And let's have a look at what your competitors are doing. Your competitors can give you a lot of tips as to what lead magnets are working and what aren't, especially with tools like Facebook. A lot of people don't realize this, but you can go to a competitor's Facebook page and you can look at their page insights and see what ads they are running, and give you a bit of an idea of what lead magnets they might be using to attract leads into their database or get sales. The other thing, of course, which is widely available on the internet, is their website. So go and check it out. Another good tip that I find works really well is to jump onto your search engine and type in the search term that you think your potential customer might be typing in and just see what comes up. And if it's competitors, have a look at what competitors are doing. Do they have pop-ups? Have they got landing pages? What colors are they using? What imagery do they have? What words are they using? What are they doing to provoke interest and desire? What clear call to actions do they have? If you've got a competitor that you know is smashing it out of the ballpark when they're running their campaigns, go and have a look at what they're doing. And now, certainly you don't want to copy them because that's not cool at all. But you can look at what they're currently doing and take a lead from it and take notes. Write down the 10 attributes that you see of their campaign that you think are leading them to success, and then use that as you craft your own campaign when it comes to offering your lead magnets to the same customer audience. All right, tip number 6 is to simplify your sales process. Now I hear funnel this, funnel that, squeeze this, automate that, autoresponders. Goodness me, wears me out when I think about all of these emails that are getting sent out for nothing. I have tried so many different things, but let me tell you, most of my sales come from a download, immediately getting a phone call. And, people still buy from people. That whole H to H or human to human interaction disappears when you start building all these fancy funnels and tripwires, and I hear all these fancy words. And don't worry, I've fallen into the trap. I went to a 2-day seminar on how to build a sales funnel and create tripwires. Well, you know what? Most of it was just annoying fluff that my prospects didn't want to participate in, and it ended up not being very effective at all. So what I'm going to suggest to you to do is to simplify your sales process. Reduce the number of steps somebody has to go through before they can buy from you, and reduce the number of steps that someone has to go through before they actually talk to a human. And if you're really super efficient, that means that you can have a team on the phones doing your telemarketing for you. They can be really well trained, have a good script with amazing questions that will work out whether or not somebody is a qualified lead pretty quickly in the piece. And let me tell you, these people that have downloaded your lead magnet or bought your lead magnet product or service will be really impressed with how quickly somebody contacts them and follows them up to make sure that they're happy. So simplify your sales process. Don't get too caught up in the marketing hype of the funnels and the tripwires, because I can tell you now, it's a wicked web that you're going to get stuck in for a long time. I know, because I've been there, and it's not going to help you get more sales in as quickly as if you just simplify your sales process. Now, my 7th tip, and this is a biggie, it's another mistake that I've made, and that is to make sure that your lead magnets are evergreen. Now, what that means is that it will not run out of use in a short period of time, that it's not timely. So running a lead magnet that is just to do with Christmas or to do with Mother's Day is something that's only going to be able to be used for a short time. Now, sometimes that could be a good tool to have. It might be it's a good lead magnet for you, I'm not sure. But in the main, what I found works really effectively is something that I can set and forget. The lead magnet that I use to this day that generates millions of dollars in sales for me every single year, I've been running the same campaign and the same lead magnet for 9 years. And I've tried many other things, but this one just seems to be a winner. And it's the same template that I created 9 years ago. I think we might have tweaked it 5 years ago. But besides that, it is the very same template that I started my lead magnet marketing with, and it works gangbusters. So find something that will last for you for years to come. You'll put a fair bit of work up front creating it. but if it can last forever, then it'll be a worthy investment of your time and your money. So there you go. There's my 7 tips for making your lead magnets more effective. Hopefully that'll help you generate more leads and get more sales. See ya.